What's up, everyone, and welcome to my week-long vlog. This past week, I spent some time in Anaheim, California, attending the National Association Education for Young Children, also known as NAEYC. I mentioned later on in the video, I'm an early childhood professional. By trade, I've been in the work for, let's just say, 30 years. You'll understand when you hear it a little bit later. But right now, I'm walking you in to the actual conference so you can kind of get a sneak peek as to what I was doing. And there's a really exciting guest, keynote that I got to see. So I don't want to spoil it, but I will mention it here shortly. Right now, I'm just kind of scanning around. My colleague is so perplexed. She's like, "What are you going to do with this video?" And I mentioned to her, "Girl, I have a whole life outside of my work life." Anyways, so I'm just walking around. It's a really huge convention center in Anaheim. If you've been there before, please provide me a comment and let me know. Of course, I had to do some additional recording. When there was less people, I actually went into the expo and got some gifts for our students, which my colleague and I picked out what type of gifts we wanted to get the students. I didn't share it in the video. We basically got them socks, lanyard, luggage tag, and all the things. But as you can see, this is the Mr. LeVar Burton. All of us were geeking out. I would totally play the sound, but unfortunately, I don't want to be copyrighted. So anyways, I'm going to be quiet here because I'm pretty sure I'm about to come on in a few minutes and share a little bit more about the conference. What's up, everyone? As you guys know, I have been vlogging this week while I'm at the conference. I'm attending a conference in Anaheim, California. I am attending the National Association Education for Young Children because in my real professional life, I am an early childhood professional and I've been in the field. I jokingly say to my students all the time, since I was 5. Big shout out to all of you that are older siblings. My brother, I'm 5.5 years older than him, so I believe I played a big part in child rearing. But I also, besides being an older sibling, I became a certified babysitter at the age of 11 because we were military and it was such a big deal that we were allowed to be like CPR, first aid certified, professionally trained in child development at the age of 11 and 12. So I have been child rearing or taking care of children, technically getting paid for it since I was 11, 12 years old. And I'm 41. So for close to 30 years of my life, I have been working with young children. However, my career, I started working in higher education 6 years ago. This is my 6th year in higher education, and I've been teaching full-time early childhood education courses at the community college, which has been great. So this year we had opted to take our internship students to the conference. And so we took 4 students and they have been, as far as I can see, enjoying themselves. It was quite a bit of a hurdle with our travel stuff, but we got it together and we were all here. That's the main thing. And we're safe, and that's another main thing. But I'm just really happy that we were able to bring students. But this conference, honestly, because I've been in the field a long time, the first time I went to a national conference was last year, and it was in Nashville. Up until that point, I would attend like a couple of state affiliate things, but it had been years since I did anything state affiliate. One time in my life, I lived in Texas. And so I remember doing some stuff like back in 2003. Yeah, 2003 when I was working in childcare. But aside from that, I have felt disconnected from the professional organization itself for a variety of reasons. Doesn't mean I wasn't doing early childhood education, because I've been doing the work, but just working in different capacities of early childhood. And because I was in the social work realm, you're kind of acknowledged that you've been doing the work, but not really. You're just kind of like a support to the field. But I definitely felt like when I started working at the college, I need to be intentional and really finding a space. And so I feel like I've been on this quest of like, where is my space in this field? My experience is pretty vast, between being a military kid, then being a military spouse, being a parent guardian, working from the social work realm, clinician, infant toddler mental health. There's just so many different spaces I've been in. And one of the things I struggle with is that in early childhood, we have continued to talk about the same thing. It's not a field that is valued. It's just not valued by the public. And so I get tired of kind of talking about the same thing over and over and over again. I know it's necessary, but it's like I tell my students, we're a field where we want to be treated like professionals, as we should, but we're also a field in business. And because we rely on what parents are willing to pay for programming, that's what you're going to have to base people's pay. And that's a real challenge. And then you have the fact that we're not respected, because it's like, well, what are you doing? Like, you're just watching kids. You're not really doing anything. And it's like, really? And I even went through that in public education. And what was so wild about public education is we had more education than the general education teachers at times. I was an early childhood special education preschool teacher. I had to learn the gen ed and I had to learn the sped part. And I had to be certified in both areas. And it's just like the amount of education that I had to have just to work with children from birth, or really just working with 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, was just unreal. So I have challenges with that. I have challenges with how to address not just the pay inequities, the injustices, the curriculum, book banning. Like, there's just so many layers that happens to our field. And then I come to a conference and I'm still kind of like, I don't know where I fit in. I don't know where I can help. Like, and I'm very much an advocacy kind of person. I believe in advocating and having a voice on things, but when I can't pinpoint where to put my voice, I just kind of feel lost. And so even though I've been in the field for a long time, I still don't know where I fit into the field. And then there's the other layer to it of like, Black and brown populations or women have been the backs of early childhood. And I often say to people, the reason why I'm so passionate about this field is because of my grandmothers. They like took care of me, you know? My Nana in particular, like, she worked with kids in the neighborhood for over 30 plus years of my life. And so I really I struggle with where is my voice in this field. My other passion of early childhood is nature-based education. So there's nature-based education, and then my other big passion is infant toddler mental health, specifically around attachment. And so like I said, I just really struggle with where is my voice in this space. And I don't know. I'm still reflecting and processing Mr. LeVar Burton's speaking engagement that he had yesterday on Wednesday. It just was such a moment. It was like what I needed for the day, especially for this week. I wasn't home. So it just, I don't know. I'm still taking that in. I watched an amazing documentary today called, I think it's called Making a Circle. And it was just really powerful. I also sat in on the NAEYC President's Seminar, Ringing the Alarm. And it was like such a great panel of five different scholars, I guess you could say. Yeah, scholars from various universities across the U.S. that look like myself. Just talking about their work in the field. And it was just fascinating. I want to order everybody's books, of course, and read their research and embed it into my classes with my students. I don't know. So, I don't know. It's just been a really good conference, and I've been really intentional about going to sessions that would make me reflect and ponder about present and future. And I'm at not really a crossroads with work, because I really love what I do. I genuinely do. But I keep wondering, like, is this really it? Like, is this where I need to be? I don't know. You know, maybe some of you guys can relate. And it's not that I'm not passionate about what I'm doing. I just never imagined myself working full time in higher education. I imagined being an adjunct in higher education and then like working in my field, but I never imagined being in higher education full time. And I'm going to tell you, it's not easy work. It's lonely. It's really lonely. And I really miss working with kids. I really, really miss working with kids. I don't know why I'm getting shaky in my voice. So anyways, I miss working with kids, and this conference, I'm going to leave here Saturday just wondering, like, what's next? I know that I have the grant at the college that I work at, so I want to make sure that I see that through. I'm not going to back out of that in the middle of a grant cycle, for one. I also know that I'm going to be finishing my doctorate this year, which I'm developing a program, a parent training program specifically for formerly incarcerated mothers and their children. So there's that piece. Do I want to become clinical in psychology? I don't know. Anyways, but the conference has been good. It's been good. I'm glad to be in the state of California this week, and I'm looking forward to going to the exhibitor hall tomorrow. I'll try to do some recording there so you guys can see it. But anyways, that's what I've been up to. If you've been catching my day-to-day updates, then you know y'all have been getting ready with me every day. But yeah, so I just wanted to make sure that I hopped on and talked to you guys specifically about the conference itself, and not just like show a bunch of B-roll of like what I experienced. So anyways, I hope y'all continue to enjoy this video, and I will try to hop on and do like an intro or outro or something so you guys can keep up with what's going on. All right, later. All right, you guys, I just had to like take it all in just one more time of the actual convention center in Anaheim. I really like the fountain, and I like this like water path. In between the water path, it was Hilton on the left and then Marriott on the right. We actually weren't staying at either one of those hotels, but enjoy the view. All right, apparently I'm at the happiest place on earth, but yeah, I'm at Disneyland downtown. Here we are. Okay, so welcome to Disney Downtown. As you can see, we just passed by like the Disney World store, which is on the left-hand side. You'll see some vendors, and I think the tram is on the right-hand side if you ever decide to visit Disney Downtown. Right now, we're actually heading towards our lunch. We're trying to figure out if we wanted sandwiches. There were food allergies with the party, so it was like, okay, where can we get gluten-free? Where can we get something tasty and also still have room for dinner later on? So we're actually just walking to lunch. We're still walking past the Disney World store. It's pretty, it's huge. So if you're looking for ears, they have a lot of different options, and there are still like lots of options as you continue to walk downtown, essentially. You'll see also on the left-hand side, they have Starbucks, they have stores. We went to Sephora, and I don't think we went anywhere else. No, we went to the dress store as well. Sorry. But we did a little shopping after we ate lunch. I didn't share with you guys what I had for lunch. I was hungry, kind of starving at that point. We had just finished lunch. Now we are heading to get, I think it's called Dole Whip. Forgive me. I'm sorry if you're a Disney fan, you're probably like beating your head up against the wall. Like, lady, get it together. We actually went into the Star Wars store as well. This is the actual hotel we went into. And as you can see, at the Nightmare Before Christmas beverage, that's a whole bunch of rum at the bottom. It was quite tasty, I'm not gonna lie. And this is the final part. And at the very end, I was saying, they say it's the happiest place on earth. I feel about the same. All right, what's up, everyone? I just made it back from Disney Downtown. I thought it was appropriate to keep my ears on. I want to make this very clear. I am not, by any means, one of those adult Disney people. However, because I'm not, and I also have a lot of friends that are also not big Disney people and family, but I have decided I will be the aunt that takes all the kids to do the Disney thing, because I am like a kid person. So like in true form, whenever there's like a good theme for something, I like to have a good theme. So I brought my ears. These are from Coco. And yes, they do sell ears where they're different. They're not all like Mickey and Minnie Mouse. So what do I have to say about Disney Downtown? If you've never been to Disneyland before you go in, like before you go to Disneyland, and I'm not an expert, this is only my second time, okay? They have what's called Disney Downtown, and basically I've never gone to Disneyland before, but this is my second time going to Disney Downtown. So it's nice because you can have you could have an experience without going to the park and feeling like you can enjoy yourself. There's a lot of restaurants, there's shops. I tried, is it the Dole Whip? But I didn't try the Dole Whip. It was something different. It was like part of the Nightmare Before Christmas. You guys will see that clip. It was quite tasty. I got to have it with rum, so I took a picture of all of that. But it was just like a nice way to just, I don't want to say like kill time, but to say that, you know, I was in Anaheim, California, and I went to Disney Downtown, and it was nice. I did go into Sephora, and I hopefully have a better match compared to this little Fendi that I've been putting on every morning that makes me look orange. I think we have the right hue, so I'm going to try that tomorrow before I leave out. But aside from that, I was with a colleague and got to meet her family, and we're actually going to be grabbing dinner here shortly. And that's pretty much it. I don't know if there's much else for me to say about Disney Downtown. I just tried to record it for people. So if you're thinking about like coming to Anaheim and planning everything, you can just have an idea of what Disney Downtown looks like. But also what was cool is like you can park in one parking lot, and then there's a shuttle that actually takes you back and forth. So, but we walked there. We walked down to Disney Downtown from our hotel, but we took a shuttle back to the parking lot, and then we walked to our hotel, which was like maybe 2 blocks, like city blocks. It was really nice. Anaheim is extremely walkable, I will say that. And aside from the Santa Ana winds, it's a nice place to just walk around from. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to add to this vlog? Because this might be the last time that I hop on. I might do one more video tonight, maybe one more video to close out this vlog, or I might do it tomorrow night. We'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed the Disney clips and where dreams come true. I felt the same way going in as I did coming out, so I didn't feel any different. And for those that just want to kind of have some sort of a Disney thing, I say go to the downtown. Next year, the same conference that we're going to is going to be in Orlando. So my colleague and I were like, oh, we should probably be intentional about doing Disney World or something like that with the students. But we'll see. We're not making big plans here. We're figuring out our lives as we speak. But anyways, I will chat with y'all later, and maybe I'll end up having to come back to do an outro. We'll see. If not, catch you guys on the next vlog. Later. Okay guys, this is one little sweet surprise called Sweet Fin, and I promise you this is the outro for this video. I am just so excited I got to go to Sweet Fin. I was definitely influenced by Miss Remy Ashton. Try it out. It's in Newport Beach and also LA base. Thank you for watching and take care.